Now, when it comes to rum and tiki cocktails, one of my all-time favourites is the Jungle Bird. But I don't make it the classic way anymore because once you try this version, I think it's pretty hard to go back to the original. So what I'm going to show you in this video is show you this alternative recipe for the Jungle Bird. But then after I've made it, I'm also going to do a quick little side-by-side test of one of the ingredients. So let's start off with our rum. Now, if you've watched any of my other content, recent content, you know that I am team local. Okay, I like to support local brands. Dropworks are leading the way for this here in the UK. Europe's biggest rum distillery. They are doing some phenomenal, some fantastic stuff with their rums. But so I get a lot of my information from like Jeff Beachbum Berry, his online resource, Tropical Tiki. And the original kind of spec does call for a darker Jamaican rum. If I wasn't team local, this would be my sort of go-to dark rum for everything because I still flipping adore the stuff. I've always got bottles in my collection. I think it works a treat. It's sort of 54.5%. I think it's 54, 57. I can't remember. 54.5%. So you've got that in-betweeny navy strength kind of rum. You've got a subtle sort of Jamaican funk notes going on, but you have got that dark richness. So if I am going to shout out something that's not local, Worthy Park gets my shout all day long. Really good rum. But here on this channel, we are best of British. So 45ml, 1.5 ounces. I'm hoping there's enough in this bottle. Oh, look at, oh, we've got drizzles. We've got mere drizzles left. Perfect. It's all right. We've got another bottle up there. Now, I hadn't intended to go this way in this cocktail because I wanted to do some tests afterwards, and I was going to make this with Campari and then see how the Luxardo bitter changes it. I thought I had some Campari. I can't find any Campari here for the life of me. So we are straight on to the Luxardo bitter. So I can't give you the tasting, side-by-side tasting of Campari to the bitter on this. I've tasted them neat, and I've just got this thing with Campari. It's not quite, doesn't hit the spot for me in bitter cocktails. But what I'm going to do in a minute, I'm going to try it with the Bianco as well, because the Bianco gives a slight different one. If I've got enough, I've got my local guys as well, Vault Bitter down there, which I've used quite a lot on this channel. Now, the bitter element, a lot of people don't really like in cocktails, but I think it balances beautifully with fun and fruity thing. I think the Jungle Bird is one of those fantastic cocktails that just beautifully balance like bitter and fruity. Now I'm going to do 15ml, 1/2 ounce, but if you want to bring that down to 10ml, to start you off, you go for your life. But trust me, even if you think, oh, I don't like Campari, trust me, just that little slight element of bitterness in cocktails, in the fruity cocktails, to bring it back is just something different, completely different vibe to a Negroni. All right. So anyway, 15ml, 1/2 ounce, Campari, bittery, whatever you've got. And obviously I'm being a little bit biased here because I haven't got the Campari, but to me that even smells better. I know I'm saying that I'm still looking, I'm still hunting for it. I'm sure I had half a bottle here, but it just tastes, you have got that bitter note, of course you have. But I just think, alternatives to Campari are better. It's just my personal opinion at the moment. Right, so we've got that there. Lime juice. We're going to sort of match that, 15ml, 1/2 ounce. Now, the next ingredient is your pineapple juice. The one thing I always say is, like, if you're going to use pineapple juice, it has to be 100% pressed and squeezed. Really easy to get here in the UK. Every supermarket sells it, and it tastes so much better than the stuff from concentrate. Your typical Del Montes and other brands like that. Look in the fresh aisle, you'll always find pineapple juice, like 100% pressed pineapple juice. Now, Beachbum Berry's original recipe, he's got 2 recipes on the Tropical Tiki, but the original recipe calls for 120ml, so quite pineapple forward. I've never really seen that until I looked at it for this recipe, because I've always seen the other one, which is 45ml of pineapple juice. What I actually do, looking back at the other videos I've done here and like made this cocktail previously, is actually 60ml. I think 60ml with the 15 ml of Campari equivalent is kind of like the perfect balance. Then the final ingredient should be your simple syrup or demerara syrup. Now, the thing that I sort of started doing with this is there was this big trend. I don't know whether it's still still doing it around, but it was a big trend of infusing strawberries with Campari, like a strawberry Campari, and it was really delicious in Negronis and stuff like that. But I'm kind of low maintenance, fat free, and thought, well, do you know what? You can just you don't have to infuse like Campari with strawberries. You can just use strawberry syrups, strawberry liqueurs. Of course you can. You know, and you probably end up getting a much more vibrant and I wouldn't say more authentic flavour, because at the end of the day you are infusing fresh strawberries. But the point I'm driving it is here, unless you're really lucky in tropical countries, your fresh strawberries, we've got them here in the UK for about 6 weeks a year. You know, your fresh strawberries aren't actually that tasty. So for me, I'm always going to use syrups and purees. So here I've got Real, which is a kind of a puree infused syrup. 40% of that bottle is proper strawberry puree, 100% strawberry puree, and it's just blended with sugar, compared to like syrups, which might be flavour compounds, but probably 15, maybe 20% fruit if you're lucky, but that's not a puree. So that's the reason why I like Real, because they add the texture, but they have got that element of puree, 100% puree in them. Now this, again, this will be a just to taste. This is quite a vibrant one, 15, 20 mil. I don't think you need to go too much here. I certainly wouldn't go much more than 20 mil. For me, I'm actually going to go about 15 mil. So a little squeeze like that. I'm not sure whether the close-up will pick that, but I've just thrown this into the cocktail shaker. Can you see, this is what I mean about the Real. Can you see like the proper bits of strawberry? I think that should focus on that quite well. Look, this is why I'm team Real at the moment, because they just got the element of fresh fruit in there. And after a good strong shake, just strain it into your favourite tiki glass. Haven't rocked this out for ages. And to make tiki drinks look really cool, we always crown it with loads of crushed ice. I think that is super fun, super fantastic. It is the strawberry note top, but you do get this element of bitterness. Now, if you absolutely hate like Campari with a passion, then maybe like avoid these cocktails. But if you're willing to try it, I can't emphasize enough how different to a Negroni these sort of style of drinks are, because it's the bitter fruitiness that complements each other. You know, and you don't have that when in a Negroni. It's kind of like bittery, unsweetened ingredients that go into a Negroni. So for this, you have got that strawberry element. You have got that pineapple juice element. And I just love the bitterness that kind of interacts with that. I just think it's a great combination. Right, so experiment time. We've cracked out the new bottle of Dropworks there. So I've kept the base recipe the same. So we've got that sort of pre-made up ready there. The one ingredient that I've not included is that bitter. So what I wanted to kind of do is showcase two different things. I'm not going to go with the Vault bitter. I'm going to go for sort of worldwide available kind of things. So what we've got here, we've got Luxardo White Bitter Bianco, which, you know, it still has those sort of gentian. I don't actually know what goes into them. I think a lot of it is a secret. But the bitterness comes from traditionally like gentian roots and stuff like that. And then we have got, because Tempest Fugit via Berry Brothers and Rudd here in the UK have very kindly furnished me with more banana, more cacao, and actually they're bitter to kind of try. Now I've never had this, so actually I kind of just want to do a little taste of this. It's not, you can see it's not quite as vibrant red. It's called, what's it called? Gran Classico bitter. I think, hang on, if I put them side by side, you should get a really good close-up of those. There we go. ABV, the 30% on there, 28 on the Grand Classico. Certainly rumour-wise, there is a hint of bitterness there, but it's not kind of in your face as what a typical Campari would be. Oh, that's much more approachable. Oh, that's actually really delicious. Bitter, don't get me wrong. Oh, it's got this. Oh, I'd love to know what goes in there. It's got this fruitiness to it, I think. That's really confused me. I wasn't expecting that at all. I don't know. I suppose I could read the bottle. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to whack it that way. Hopefully the close-up will get that and I can read that later during the editing and then maybe sort of really emphasise what goes in there. Oh, here we go. I can sort of make this out. Right, bitter orange peel, wormwood, gentian, rhubarb and other aromatic plants. Perhaps it's the rhubarb. Oh, that's really delicious. That's going to be right. This is... I wasn't quite expecting it to go like this. Right, let's remind ourselves what the original tastes like. So the Rosso Luxardo bitter. I mean, it's delicious. It's really, really good. The whites, subtle. Again, I don't know. It definitely doesn't say on the bottle here. But I would say more floral. Not as bitter. I would say much more approachable if you are really on the fence about Campari. But again, that's like shocked me a little bit. Yeah, I can't. I think I do prefer the Rosso. I think I do prefer that little bit of extra bitterness. But that's super delicious. Right. Oh wow, that's just a totally different drink. Oh, that is a really tough call now to pick that. I had no idea. I genuinely had no idea. I think I prefer the Gran Classico. It's got this, I wouldn't say it's sweeter, but it's got this more luxurious mouthfeel to it. Indicative of, it's another posh word for me, indicative of Tempus Fugit. You know, but their banana is nothing like a Giffard or a Bowles banana or anything like that. It's much more thicker, unctuous, robust. And I would say that's the same. It's much more thicker, unctuous, robust version of Campari that just definitely tastes 100 times better than Campari. I would say the Luxardo Rosso bitter, it's got the edge on bitterness. So if you want that bitterness coming through the cocktail, which the Jungle Bird is about, you'd probably stick to that. But if you want a bit of bitterness and a bit of fruitiness and extra dimensions, I think it's that Gran Classico. That is fantastic stuff. I really want to do more drinks with that now. Membership, you might get extra videos with that. That's really, really good.